Well, I think it was very successful. We had a mission of going out there and educating people about the issue and trying to put together a strategy to make it happen this year. So I think if you look at the people that we met with and the response that we were given, as well as the national media attention that we received, that it was a very successful trip.
And what was the feedback that you did get from those congressional delegates and other boards when you were out there? Did anybody say, hey, let me make sure this gets fast-tracked, or what was the reception more than just positive?
Well, I was shocked at the knowledge that people had of the issue, especially when I went in to speak with Speaker John Boehner. And I thought I would have to start at the beginning. You know, this is a hemp plant, this is a marijuana plant. They're two different plants, you know, start from there. But he was aware of that. And he knew all about it. He knew about the products that were made from hemp. And he was just kind of shocked that someone like me would be pushing it, because for years and years, the people that had been pushing it had been I guess the extremists, those to the extreme left, those to the far right, that had pushed it for every reason in the world except an agriculture crop and a job creator. They had talked about it, you know, for liberty issues and things like that. And I'm talking about it from an economic development standpoint, and he liked it. And, you know, at the end, he said that his daughter had been a proponent of this for many years, for over a decade, and that he was glad that I came here, and that he would like for me to perhaps testify on the bill in Congress, and that as far as he was concerned, unless somebody gave him a better reason why not to be for it, that he didn't have a problem with it and thought it would be a good thing to create jobs and help farmers.
Did he give any indication of how the bill would go through Congress? Would it be Massey's bill or Senator Paul's bill, or did he have any of those?
And he did, and he had some very good advice and some strategic points, as did Senator McConnell. Both of those guys are certainly the key players in this, in the United States Congress. I don't want to disclose all of those, but I can tell you that Senator McConnell is committed to trying to get this through. Of course, the Obama administration is going to have to be a willing partner. It can't be like Bashir administration and just kind of say things but not really do anything. Obama's going to have to work with Congress on this, and I think that we're getting there.
Mm-hmm. And when I spoke to Jonathan Miller yesterday, he had mentioned before maybe tying it into the Farm Bill, for instance. Is that something that concerns you, with all the holdup over the Farm Bill with SNAP and all the other programs that are kind of the infighting there?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize the Farm Bill really is the food bill. You know, 65% of the Farm Bill pertains to food stamps and government programs, as you mentioned. So a lot of people don't realize that. I don't want to do anything to hinder the Farm Bill. That is an option. That is a good option to get it in the Farm Bill. Remember, they were supposed to pass a Farm Bill last year, and they didn't, so there's no guarantee they'll even pass a Farm Bill. The other options are to pass standalone legislation, either the Massey bill or the Paul bill in the Senate. And then the third option is to do the executive order, and that's the one that I've been touting for a year now. And I will say this, and I think Jonathan Miller would agree, the meetings that we had with the Obama administration officials were very encouraging.
Is there any concern, though, that a future president could overwrite an executive order, and thus there'd be some, industry here in Kentucky that might be afraid to take that next step?
And I have heard from industries that are afraid to make a significant investment in a processing facility with just an executive order because of the reason that you said. Maybe the next administration comes in and overrides it. I can't see that happening, but you know, it could always happen. The same thing could happen with legislation. It could pass, and then there could be another movement a few years down the road, and they could pass a bill to repeal it. But if we want to move at a speedy rate, the executive order will be the quickest way to get the thing through, because even if the Senate passes a farm bill, then the House is going to have to pass a farm bill. They're going to have to concur in a conference committee, and you're talking about this thing could drag on into 2014. So the executive order could happen immediately. That would give us time to be able to get the processors to come into the state, make an investment in equipment and in their technology, as well as sign contracts with farmers.